All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. On today's run, we're gonna fly out to Las Vegas to pick up, I believe it's a 2018, 2019, or maybe a little bit newer Mazda CX-5. So right now I'm currently waiting to head down to Tri-Cities, which is about an hour from where we're at right now. And then once we're down there, I gotta hit up the broker, the auto broker that has the vehicle, because I have a gate pass to present to him in order for him to release it, because it is outside of Mannheim there. And it was purchased through Mannheim, but not in Mannheim. So it's gonna be a quick deal. And once we have the car, we'll run a quick inspection. I'll let you guys preview it. And then after that, we'll start making our way back up here to Washington. So stay tuned and I'll check in with you guys once we're down in Vegas. Well, we made it. Going from Washington State down here to Las Vegas, Nevada. We picked up the car here. So I did a quick through inspection, but I figured I'll showcase this to you guys. So this is a 2018 Mazda CX-9. I was completely wrong. I thought it was a CX-5. Well, I gotta carry the key with me. So right now I'm just letting it get cool out there. For some odd reason, this car does not want to open up. I don't know. But seems pretty solid. According to research, these things get about 28 miles to the gallon. If it's the all-wheel drive, it's 26 miles to the gallon. So I don't know if this is an all-wheel drive or not. But right off the bat, I mean, it's got power windows. You got your power door locks, Bose premium sound system, adjustable mirrors. You got that two-tone leather interior. Looks like beige with black. Looks like you got your audio Bluetooth streaming, as well as AM, FM. No CD, which nowadays you don't really need it. USB-C inputs. Yeah, this works out pretty good. Not a bad car, in all reality. 60 some odd thousand miles. I believe it had like 66,000 miles. Let's unlock it. So you got your, don't mind me in my pink bag there. Second row looks pretty decent. Actually, it looks fairly spacious. And then of course you can always check out the third row there. Got your sunroof there. Not a bad car. In all reality, it really is not a bad car. I'm actually kind of excited to see how much the true MPG goes to when you're doing a long drive. So if you're in the market for a CX-5 or CX-9, 2018 above, I'd imagine they're about the same from 2018 to maybe 2020. Stick around, because I'm gonna give you guys the real numbers as far as MPGs goes. You know, like I said, Google says it's roughly about 28 miles to the gallon, but I think we can probably get a little bit more out of it. I'd say probably 30 miles to the gallon. So anyways, stick around, guys. I'll keep you guys updated. Let's go get fueled up. So I stopped here at the Love's here in north end of Las Vegas. It's right off the 15. So I put 20 bucks. I was sitting a quarter away from empty. And more or less what the car's computer's been calculating is about 29.8, which technically it's right about 30 miles an hour, or 30 miles a gallon. I'm gonna say on flat ground at 65 to 67 miles an hour, I should be able to do, give or take, I would say probably 34. I'm gonna shoot for 35 miles a gallon. If I can't, well then that's just a hard number that we're gonna get. But overall, I think for sure we can accomplish 30 miles a gallon on the highway. Keep in mind, that's just, you know, from the start point till now, it's been about 30 miles, and I've been managing to keep the speed about 63-ish miles an hour. But yeah, once I get down to Alamo, which is about an hour and a half away from here, I'll probably top off, and then I'll do the hard math there and kind of go off of what I've spent and how much gallons I've put and how much miles I've traveled, and then we'll do the hard number as far as our MPGs goes, and hopefully the computer's not far from reality. If not, it might be just as accurate as the math needs to math to. And then after that, we'll pretty much keep it rolling. So the plan is obviously get some energy and start heading up north. We're hoping that if everything checks out, I should be back home here in about 13 and a half hours, maybe 13 hours, depending on the speed and how the road treats us and all that. But getting past Boise, Idaho, after that point, we're right about 4.5, 5 hours away from there. So anyways, just wanted to update you guys. We'll keep it rolling. Now that we're home and it's been 900 miles, 13 hours, 14 hours into this road trip, what's my feedback on this 2018 Mazda CX 9? Honestly, 0 being the worst, 10 being the greatest, I'm gonna give this car an 8. It's not a bad car. I think road trip wise it did really well. Comfort wise, I think it's fairly comfortable for a long road trip, at least for me, in my opinion. What surprised me most of all for this car is how fuel efficient it is. I think I spent, honestly, from Las Vegas, Nevada, all the way up here to Central Washington, I think I spent just under $150 of fuel. And I'm pushing it. I'm going to say probably like 130, 140. At some point, as I told you guys earlier, I figured, excuse the mess there, I told you guys that I was expecting realistic, and kind of my expectation was like 30 miles to the gallon is kind of what I was hoping for. However, on flat ground, this thing, actually no, I was pushing it to 35 miles a gallon is what I was expecting. Although at first I couldn't get it to get 35 miles to the gallon. It was actually only getting at 30 miles a gallon, which really no complaints for, you know, a mid-size SUV. But at one point when I was into Idaho, throughout the entire state, I was actually doing almost, I want to say, I might have a picture and I'll post it up, but it was roughly about 37, 38 miles a gallon. And that's a big win for one of these cars, especially if it's an all-wheel drive. Keep in mind, guys, this isn't like a hybrid vehicle. This is a full gas. It's, you know, 2.5 twin turbo. As I said, it's fairly comfortable, in my opinion, at least. Well, gotta love when it locks, right? Let's check out the driver's seat. My only complaint, really, and that's me nitpicking at it, the lumbar right here, just a tad bit stiff. But keep in mind, this thing's only got just, I mean, it literally just hit 70,000 miles. So, you know, I wouldn't say it's the newness of it, but, you know, 70,000 miles on a 2018, you know, obviously, you know, they didn't use it very much. So therefore, I'm assuming the stiffness is going to be there for quite some time. Maybe once it hits about 120,000 miles, then, you know, maybe it might get a little bit softer. But overall, I mean, I think it's a comfortable car. It's definitely a family getter. If I can ever get this right, I'll have this thing unlocked. But anyways, there's your second row. I mean, it's got a decent amount of room. And of course, you got your third row, which is a little bit tight. I don't recommend, well, You might be able to get somebody who's like 5'10", then that's probably about it. Because at this point, I'm 6 foot and I have to duck down quite a ways down. So definitely say maybe 5'10", 5'9". Is probably the most you want to put on the third row. But in the center row here on the second, I think a 6 footer is still okay. You won't have too much trouble going in. So anyways, that wraps up the video, guys. This is going to be turned into Best Buy Auto Sales here in Moses Lake, Washington. If you guys have any questions or you guys are interested in having a car purchased directly from auction straight to you because it's a specific vehicle you're looking for, feel free to reach out to Omar or Roman or Jose at 509-765-5565. Again, this vehicle is going to Best Buy Auto Sales. They're going to be located in 520 South Pioneer Way in Moses Lake, Washington. Guys, if you guys found this useful, if you guys enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel. Any questions, comment down below. With that being said, guys, thank you for tagging along. May the Lord bless you, and I will catch you on the next one.